YouTube, Joseph Crickmore here, and welcome back to episode 4 of Smartphone. That's right, we're on episode 4. Last time we did some exploring on some ruins. We found a terrifyingly deadly opponent that was just underground this whole time. It's a very dangerous creature that may or may not be alive. Will... as we keep going, of course. I know what it is. I don't remember its name, but it's nice to see them show up as early as they do. As well as Touya inventing shogi. We get to see applications of his phone, but it's mostly also with magic spells, so I'm still on the fence of if I count that or not. You people can be the judge of that in the comments, whether or not I should count those as applications of his phone. But... it's also, like, at that point, it's semantics, you know? So let's jump right on into this episode. We left off on a cliffhanger that the Duke's brother, the king, was poisoned. So let's get right on in there and let's save that guy, you know? And, you know, whatever else the episode gives us. So, as always, you will see me in the post-episode discussion. And... cut! Okay, post-episode discussion time. Well... we have a lot to go over, first of all. So, the whole poisoning the king thing was because of the ambassador from Mismede, who ended up being Olga, who we met in a previous episode. So, I was right to say that she was going to be more relevant than I thought, even though I remember her for being relevant for 2 more things in the series, but I knew she was going to be more relevant, so I'm glad I made that call. And so we ran into a count, or a baron. I don't even want to remember the guy's name. Let's just call him the Ainz guy, because he's voiced by Chris Guerrero, who just uses the same voice he does for Ainz, which... such a disrespect to our Lord Ainz Summer! But, well, whatever. It's just a voice, but... it's his most common voice, and what's funny is, Overlord voice actors are all the plenty in this show, apparently, because not only do we have Aura, and now Ainz, but the Princess Yumina is Shaltir. Isn't that wild? Whew. Speaking of Yumina, after we solved the mystery of who poisoned the king, and got him taken care of, Yumina basically declared her love for Touya, and declared that she would be engaged to Touya. And, of course, Touya takes the very obvious, no, I'm not gonna do that now. And he's very serious about the whole, I'm not going to until I'm 18. And look, he even gets a phone call afterwards from God about the whole, you better be careful about this, but congratulations, haha. And I'm like, God, whose side are you on in this? You warned Touya about that part of hell, but then you're also like, congratulations? And I'm like... and you're like, oh yeah, polygamy's legal in that world. And I'm like, what are you trying to do in this situation, God? Are you trying to help Touya or not? Because, yeah, he said he would wait till he's 18, and he's about to turn 16. And what's funny? You think 2 years are going to fly by quickly in this show? No. The story takes its sweet old time showing that 2 years was actually going to take a long time to happen. Not impossible, mind you, but the realistic length of 2 years. Because there's going to be a lot more time passing, and Touya's still going to be approaching 16, and then he turns 16, and then, you know, like how in real life, a year goes by, and a lot happens in a single year. You know? And then aside from Yumina joining Touya's party of, actually being an adventurer, she teaches Touya how to summon creatures, and what does Touya do but summon one of the heavenly beasts, the white tiger monarch, and he names it KOHAKU. Lovely. That is absolutely lovely. This episode was great. He now has an official connection to the king of Belfast, especially through his daughter. He knows the Duke and his daughter, and yeah. At the moment, Touya is now building his connections just by being himself. So I'm pretty sure I know where we're going next, but for now, this has been this batch of episodes. It's been a blast having Touya go from 3 people in his party to 5? Yeah, 5. But also massive new connections in the span of a couple episodes. That's actually pretty cool. So, until next time, thank you all so much for watching. Hope you liked it. Hit the like button, subscribe, share the video with a friend. Make sure you join the Patreon. Go over there. They're exclusives. Check them out. And of course, keep your notifications on, because as always, I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.